Hey guys, so just to preface this whole thing, we're by no means a professional group of D&D players. I'm not a professional DM, and a lot of these guys are actually new to 13th Age in general. So don't be expecting some crazy deep storyline or some super intricate plot level. I'm just a guy who likes writing stories, and they're just a bunch of guys who likes ruining them. So if you're into that, if you're into a bunch of guys talking over each other, breaking some rules, and overall just having a really great time, then this is for you. So let's prepare to go on the most ridiculous and amazing adventure you've ever heard.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Session 2 of The Known Sky, a story that I'm originally creating and obviously ripping off story elements from tons of different pop culture films and video games and anime and all that stuff.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, but other people just do it better. So let's get a roundtable introduction of your characters and what their name is, what their thing is, what was the highlight moment for you in the last session for your character, and what their one unique thing is.
Alright.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you're all ready to answer this question. So let's start with Angelo.
Oh, great. My name's Abe. I'm a Gearforge Ranger. Ranger Gearforge? Whatever. What was the other question?
What was the highlight moment for you in the last session? Like, what did your character shine in doing?
Oh, probably blowing up the ship.
That
was
really
great.
good. That was actually good for the session. That helped out a lot. Took down one of Zeph Rozo's main... A lot of you guys want revenge for. What about you, Lovac? You look so ready to speak. Oh, and your one unique thing, Abe. You're actually the only Gearforged known to man.
Yeah. Thing is that I was imbued with spectral energy, which allows me to see the dead spirits of my wife and child.
If you call it a hammock, I think you self-nerfed yourself. That's what that was. Your loved ones were almost one with you again. That was
Only one time.
Play Woody, the Wood Elf Rogue, and my one unique thing is that I'm very insecure about my inability to dance. Somehow.
That'll come up eventually, don't worry. I'm working it in the story.
Eventually. But I'll try to get a girl and not fail to do so because I can't dance.
Who knows?
I mean, that's exactly how it works.
I mean, it might play out. Oh.
Is that
Did it just get real?
What else?
I'm sorry.
Wait.
She might be busy doing laundry.
Wait, what else?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what's the other part of the question?
Your
highlights.
highlight moment from the session.
Moment. It's getting all the guns in the ship, somehow ready to fire, even though they kept going down.
Oh, fixing them and repairing them.
Yeah, getting in order to repair them at least. And killing that one guy at the end.
Oh, the
battle.
first mate.
Yeah, the first.
Dang, stabbed the crap out of him.
Well, no, it was like I broke his neck and then.
Oh, yeah,
slashed his
you
throat.
did the finishing move.
Yeah.
So to sum up what happened last session, we had a little bit of technical error in our recording, so we'll make it work somehow. It'll be a legacy. It'll be like the mysterious first episode that no one remembers. But pretty much, these guys were part of a ship called the Discallion, and they're the Iron Eye crew, so they're the Iron Eye pirates, underneath Raynar Iron Eyes, who is the captain of that pirate ship. All three of you gentlemen are leading officers on the ship, in command of the guns, navigation, and engine room / any kind of wizardry you happen to make down there mechanically. And as you were going after a cargo ship, the battle was more intense than you thought. They had a lot bigger of a protection unit, convoy unit, filled with Rikosian ships. That was a little shocking to Iron Eyes, but your guys' navigation and ability to shoot your guns really accurately managed to help you win that battle. You rammed into the ship, but lo and behold, another pirate ship comes off on the horizon and changed the tides of battle, happening to be owned by Zeph Rozo, at least not him specifically, but a member of his crew. A deadly battle ensued in which Abe blew up that pirate ship, and all the while Lovac was on the cargo ship murdering Rikosian soldiers.
Yeah, I was slaughtering everyone I could find.
I thought you were. Oh wait, no, that was after you slept.
And Woody eventually rose from the dungeon and just stabbed a bunch of fools. So
He also fell off the ship twice.
fell ship twice.
It's like I'm jumping.
I used my
And
bird
Captain
to
Iron Eyes crit a leap across the gap of a falling ship, saving you and helping the battle turn. So this is what I sent you guys on the message thread, just kind of the introduction of today's session, but I'm just going to read it through really quickly. With the cargo ship scavenged, Iron Eyes set forth recruiting most of the cargo ship's crew as his own. The The ones who did not swear their fealty to him lie beneath the mists, alive no more. A small ceremony was held by Narder for those who had lost their lives as members of the crew, who apparently, Narder, holds a title as a member of the faith. Not me. Wine cried. The flight to Zeal was only a few days out, but the most direct route was the main trade winds, by the main trade winds, were avoided because of the amount of traffic that usually goes on those winds. The Discallion was bruised and battered, and most likely couldn't handle another bout of combat. So, midday on the 5th day of your reroute, you see a small cluster of islands covered in dense forest. Iron Eyes gave the order, and Lovak turns the ship slowly towards the edge of the island.
Do you have to roll a 20 for that?
It just happens.
Okay.
You get the 20.
Do I have to roll a d20 for that?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I mean-
Standing, turning the ship.
No, this is the intro. I literally haven't bolded start session down here.
All
It's
right.
just,
Okay.
This just happened.
This is just happening. It's fast forward button.
I just want to play it.
Yeah. Midday on the... Okay, you saw that. The cluster of islands, the trick of the light. Maybe it was a trick of the light after all. Or some odd angle of trees. But just before smashing into the island itself,
Just once more.
a large cave mouth opened up right in front of you. With Iron Eye's guidance, Lovak and Woody manipulated the wounded Discallion to finally rest inside the hidden port. After the crew, new and old, worked together to tie down the ship, their looks of confusion finally pulled an explanation from Captain Iron Eyes. This is no man's land, gents. Ground zero. Every nation has one, and a pirate obeys the code here. Doesn't matter who you are, who you see, but no trouble comes to Shade Port. I'm going to talk to Old Man Jed, who lives north of here, about repairing and upgrading our ship, as well as restocking. We will stay the night, or maybe 2, so make yourselves free to explore the port's many luxuries.
So fighting is prohibited here.
Fighting is prohibited here if you're fighting other pirates. So,
And what happens if you break those rules?
well, obviously, all the other pirates will turn on you.
Okay.
This is their neutral spot. If they go out and fight, but
Yeah, it's
here,
like that one place in John Wick.
Yeah.
Hotel.
you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
They're pirates, huh?
They're pirates.
exactly
They're
right.
modern day pirates.
He
They don't want to
nods-
kill their dogs.
He nods his head at you three, Lovak, Abe, and Woody. Come with me. Need your opinion on some upgrades we're going to get done. Could use your expertise. That session. So he's walking down the plank towards the bustling pier that, for the pier its size, it's a lot of people, I guess, but you feel like there could be way more traffic. But, that's just a sense you guys are getting.
I go in.
We're doing this again? Oh my
Hey,
god.
come on, man. Don't break the fourth wall.
You go
This is the
in
first time we've done this. What are
to
you
the
talking
pier?
That's right.
Wow! That makes so much sense to me.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we
about?
are.
Oh my god.
So Iron Eyes and Lovak go in the port, and Abe and Woody, what are you guys doing?
I walk in and ask, what's his name? Iron Eyes. How come there's way less people here than you think?
That's a good question. Usually when I'm here, this is bustling with all sorts of pirate gangs and crews. I see probably a half, maybe even 2/3 of the regular people aren't even here. It's odd. So he goes, let's go talk to old Jeb. Maybe he knows some stuff.
Who's that?
Old Jeb?
Yes.
He's a really old engineer
Jeb.
mechanic who lives down by the river, handles all the repairs on most of the ships. He's a genius.
Is he the one that's missing the arm?
Jeb?
Aye.
I don't think he's missing an arm.
How many arms is he
He has
missing?
2
Oh, nice.
arms. He has 2 arms.
Okay.
Ah, I must be thinking of someone else then.
So he's missing a leg though.
Jed. Old man Jed.
How tall is this person?
Oh, I was so concerned that I maybe had told you something before that might have confused you about Jeb. But Jed, oh yes, the one-armed Jed. Everyone knows him.
It's not one arm, it's no arm.
No-armed Jed?
Aye.
He must be in another castle. Okay.
Castle?
I don't know. Actually, what's happening right now?
Castle is slang for port.
Who is this Jed you speak of?
He was a genius engineer I met on my travels.
Really?
Aye.
Ask again, how tall is this guy?
He was about yay high, and I point to my knees.
You
What?
know,
Wow.
now that I think
Nice
about
dwarf.
it, Jeb's family is quite amazingly talented engineers. They're quite amazing. And this isn't the only Shadesport that pirates have. There's a Shadesport located near every major national capital.
We know the intro said so.
So, does the fourth wall even exist? So, Jed must be Jeb's relative.
I think you're making this up.
It's possible.
I think you're full of shit.
No, it's possible, Abe. It's fully possible.
It's possible.
Probably in your mind gears, but you just can't recall those correctly now,
It's
can
my
you?
fault.
Knowledge check.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do a persuasion check, Raj, for how
Persuasion?
well Jed is portrayed by you.
What is that based on?
That is based on your charisma.
Charisma?
10.
Oh my god.
Not very
Plus what?
charismatic.
No.
Well, that plus Abe's total discredit goes, Well, I didn't quite know you before, but I believe Jeb would be able to shine a little light on this situation, so we'll wait to talk about this further with him.
Your accent changed.
What?
It
No way! It didn't change it!
started sounding like.
Ironizes
Yeah, it
large
sounds-
frame. He goes, let's go. Ironizes large frame dominates the tight alley walls and stacked buildings as he pushes his way past sleeping streetmen, boisterously lit bars and clubs, and various bazaars lit up with strange goods and smells. The only major light source comes from the center of the cave, where high on a stalactite sits a roaring bonfire, fed and maintained night and day.
Wait, we're in a cave, right?
Yeah,
And there's a fire in the cave
big fire.
going constantly 24 hours a day. Is
Yep.
it a magical fire?
The smoke billows out a natural chimney.
Ah, okay.
Oh. Workaround.
You you finally come to an old shack after maybe 10-20 minutes of walking, backing onto a large underground river that trickles slowly past, turning a large water wheel attached to what looks like some sort of machine. Large wires fed into the home, where lamps with no flames lit the inside of the window. Iron Eyes goes and inspects the water wheel, then walks over to you. Oi, take this.
What is it?
He holds out a letter, sealed with wax.
I take the letter.
I have something I need to attend to. In there is a statement as to what I can allow us to spend for upgrades. To be perfectly honest, that isn't all the budget, but you never show all your cards to Jeb. It's crafty. See ya.
So give this to Jeb?
Give it to Jeb. Open it up. He'll know what it means, and then barter through the upgrades with him. I got something I need to attend to.
Where you going, Captain?
It's personal. He turns around and starts walking towards the alleyway.
Person.
Person.
I think we should follow him.
Old Man Jeb's behind you.
I'll follow.
Iron Eyes is in front of you, walking. He's almost disappeared to the shadows. What are you going to do?
Ask Jeb to follow him with us.
Jeb's inside the house. If you
Oh.
turn around and knock, you're going to miss Iron Eyes.
I follow Iron
Guys,
Eyes.
follow him.
You're all following him?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone roll a strength check. Or,
Yeah, stealth check.
stealth check.
Strength.
It has to...
Stealth.
It has to combine,
Right at my eye.
add up to 45 plus.
So that's
Oh
What?
my
That's
god.
Dex,
Oh,
right?
all of ours.
All of it. All three.
That's Dex, right?
Yeah.
25?
Excellent.
70. Uh-oh.
4.
16.
Definitely did not.
What is the math on that?
11.
11 plus
4.
plus
Does
your
street
level?
rat
That's
add
yeah.
to it?
That's
What
adequate.
about your backgrounds?
Does my
Yes, your street rat adds to it.
plus
no.
4? Is it? Okay. That's 20.
I
Oh,
guess
my backgrounds. Wilderness survival.
Yeah,
Let's do
that would be it.
I could use
That's
survey
6.
the terrain.
Do it, and then step lightly.
Plus 2.
So 13 plus 20 plus
Plus 6.
39.
Rush for
See
you.
what happens, but you're still following. Okay.
Oh no.
Fire slowly begins to fade as you move further into the back of the cave. After what seems like hours of endless corners, Iron Eyes disappears behind a final corner.
Turn the corner. Wait, no. I instruct the ghost of my child to turn the corner and tell me what he sees.
I instruct my bird to go up in the sky and look for him.
Okay, so you send like your obviously visible child walks up and turns the corner and looks at you, and says, "Daddy, I don't see him.
He's British.
Why is he British?
I don't know. I do that for young children."
Okay, well, I turn the corner then.
And your hawk has
It's just
saw
up in
him
the
walk
air.
into a home,
Okay.
and that's what you saw, and he kind of closed the door.
Alright. I turn the corner
I
and I
Didn't
don't
even
see him.
knock.
He opened the door.
I tell them that he turned
It's his wife.
the door.
Cool. So you walk
It'd be
in.
like Hawkeye.
Where am I going? So the alley juts out into a small square surrounded by houses stacked atop each other. The skyline above is checkered with clotheslines and water buckets set up to catch the drops of condensation falling from the roof of the
So it's
cave.
like China, just houses stacked on
Does
houses.
have to be China.
Iron Eyes had walked into the front.
Is there a window?
Yeah.
I want to sneakily look through the window.
Yeah, so the small house has a rusty window with grimy dark glass. Roll perception to see through it.
That's
I
based
just
on whiz.
imagine you not sneakily look into
Breaking the window.
20. Not natural. Not natural.
That crosses my threshold. Perfect. So inside, the small hovel is lined to the walls with beds. A small kitchen is pushed into the corner. Toys are skewed everywhere. An old lady stands dishing out soup to dozens of grimy-looking children, all excitedly waiting for their meal. He pats each children on the head and then gives each of them some coins from his purse. He then hugs the old lady and gives her a large sack of gold and took a bowl of soup for himself. You then all of a sudden hear Iron Eyes' loud voice booming through the small square as you begin hearing the recent attack on the cargo ship told with grandeur engineer and how they took on a member of Zevrosa's cursed crew. He then faded off into other stories.
We're just gonna keep listening.
I think we
Bunch
should
of
go,
good stories
boys.
about us. We go back
Not
to
wanting
Jack.
to disrupt Iron Eyes. I love how I know you guys so well. I wrote this down. You turn back and realize that you have no idea where you are. The square stands behind you with no exits and is a dead end. The path extends in front of you where you came from.
Abe, can you use your bird to find Jeb?
I'll just use my survey terrain to get us back.
So, you do that.
What?
As you follow the narrow corridor, you soon run into a branching pathway. One left, one right. Roll a history check to remember which way that you guys
Can I just
took.
use my bird to check?
Actually,
which
You
way-
could, but you don't really know the terrain enough to look and see where you're trying to get
If it
to.
leads us back to the bonfire, I think we can get back, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Send your bird flying and get them to roll history
21
checks.
history.
Okay.
Do I have to do it too?
No, your bird is flying, but they're rolling their history.
Yeah.
History is.
And I want you to
interwiz.
roll.
Is that interwiz?
History is int.
Hint.
Int. Plus something else.
21.
Street rat.
Okay, you know that the bonfire
Yes.
is straight ahead.
But if there's branching roads,
Yeah, it could wrap around, but your bird sees that
you
it's
could just follow a path. and
it's
then
straight
see.
ahead. Yeah, like so your bird is up there. It's really dark.
Yes.
So its camera
Night
is
vision.
getting flared out by the
Night-
big bonfire.
night
So you
vision.
see the direction. It's in front of you. Which way did you remember? You got good history checks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was you remember that you take a right to get there.
Got an 18.
18 right as well.
Alright,
That can
okay.
confirm with you when your bird finally adjusts its camera and
Sure.
you're like, there you go, right.
All right, let's go right then.
View has become even more clear. You wind your way back towards the light and end up finally back at the home with the water wheel. It stands crookedly in the small house's frame. Even knocking on the door seems like it would fall in.
I knock on the door hard.
Come in!
I open the door.
The inside of the hovel is
I was considering breaking it.
is dimly lit by a single unflickering light source. An old man sits in the corner with white hair and large goggles, protecting his eyes from brilliant sparks flying from a strange machine he holds in his hands.
Hello, Jeb.
Yes, come in. Who might you be?
We are the Iron Eye Pirates.
Ah, Iron Eyes.
What we're called.
Yeah.
Yes, a very good friend of mine.
Is it the intro?
Iron sights.
What can I do for you? What are your names?
I am Lovak.
My name's Abe.
Howdy, I'm Woody.
So seeing that you're here, you must be pretty high in the command chain for old Reynard.
Oh, we're high, alright.
I mean, seeing as this is like a time where I don't know if high is a thing, he goes, "Wow, good for you."
High in the sky.
I got high a lot in the olden days.
Yeah, but did they call it high?
I don't think
Oh, I
they
don't know
did.
that.
On opium.
Opium.
Especially in India.
So, what brings you here?
Oh, our ship needs repairs.
You gotta swear at me, boy.
Repairs and wares.
Sorry, the Australian accents are coming out.
So, repairs require money. You boys have that?
Give him the envelope.
He opens
Iron
it.
Sight said to give this to you.
He goes, "Oh, that's his seal, all right.
It's an IOU.
You guys must have hit it big pretty recently. Interesting. The Descallion, you know, is a good ship. It's new, but bare bones. It's quite impressive that Captain Iron Eyes has been able to keep it so well equipped in just the few years that it's been active. But there's always rooms for improvement. That's where I come in. I am the best mechanic around, and I do my rounds through the various nations visiting Shades ports here and there.
You may be good, but you're not the best.
Yeah, well, you see, sir, I'm in charge of engineering the ship.
That's wonderful. I built that engine.
Oh,
Jed
Hi.
is the best.
let's shake hands.
Okay, he shakes hands with you. He
We're
goes,
having two different conversations.
Who is Jed?
Jed,
No.
the greatest
Jed
machinist I've ever
is
met.
the absolute worst that I've ever met. He's an atrocity. He thinks that just because he designed the main cannons on ships, and he thought that my little cannons lining the ships was not enough, and he gets an award from Rikos that Jed is the best? I don't think so.
You sound a little salty.
I'm not salty. I don't understand what you mean. I'm upset that he stole the spotlight. But
Why don't you just
Point,
make
though,
a
we
big
never used the
cannon?
main cannon.
because I didn't think that people wanted that, you know? Sometimes you think, well, they want people that fit in their hands, you know? And then all of a sudden they get so big they gotta use two hands. And then what is that? Is that a cannon or a phablet? I don't know, okay? Sometimes size is too much. I like the olden days when cannons fit in your hands. Could have called them guns. Why are you looking right there? Anyways.
What are our options here, Jed? Jeb.
Oh,
A lot less now.
lowering our chances here.
Apologies.
Bartering.
You don't want to offend
That aside, I can provide 3 of these options for that price. I can increase your small cannon's damage to 2d8s from 1d10.
I don't know what that means.
So your original damage, you rolled 1d10 when you took a shot. You now get to roll 2d8s. So it can get up to 16 damage instead of only 10. Large cannon increases from 3d10 or from 1d20 damage to 3d10s. So that's a 20 max to 30 max increase. I can either or improve your ship's movement speed to 8 instead of 5.
You don't need the speed right now.
Engine dice
Speed would be nice.
can be increased to a D8 with new improvement charts for the navigator as well. And hull integrity can be raised to 18 AC over 16. I'll give you some time to think about it.
We use the guns more than the engine.
I like the small gun option,
Yeah.
the hull option, and the movement options.
Yeah. Is there an armor choice?
Yeah,
The
the
hull-
armor
hull.
choice would be increasing your hull
No,
to
besides
18 AC.
besides the hull.
Is there a ramming choice?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean increasing the damage of the ram? Yeah, well right now the ram does 1d10. It would get the same 2d8 upgrade if you decided to focus on that.
I was kind of thinking.
That would
like-
come with the hull upgrade though.
Okay.
Okay. I was thinking more of like a shield that goes like where the guns are.
Why don't you
And
just
like
make
it
it?
like a turret.
You mean something that covers
The
cannons?
Yeah.
Well, that could easily be added on if you requested that.
Oh,
But you have to go for the hull option.
So
I like that.
hull options give us like 3 things.
Well, it kind of just is an all-in-one. If
It's
you're going to ram your
packaged.
entire ship into something, if it's stronger no matter what you
Yeah,
do.
but it also gives the shield.
I mean, that's just me having fun and showing Jed that I too can innovate.
Okay. And we can get 3 out of those 4 options.
3 out of the 5 options.
Hull, I think we should get
Hull.
small cannons because we use those the
Small
most.
cannons.
Small cannons
Those are
and
the
the
2
hull.
that make sense.
Yeah, and then the third is kind of up in the air. It could be anything. I like the movement speed option.
What's-
Engine option.
What's
nice
the
too.
other one?
The other 2
Well,
are
we don't
increasing
need the
your
engine
ship's
option.
movement speed
That's
from
true.
5
Uh-huh.
to 8,
Uh-huh.
giving you way more versatility.
There's 16.
Or, it's only 5 right now.
Oh yeah. I
It's
thought
if
you
you get
said
like
6.
at maximum.
Is it actually? Well, regardless, it's an increase in your speed, which we will discuss later. The engine dice increases from a D6, I think that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
to a D8.
Oh,
So it can spin all the way up to a D8, which will give you an increased engine strength bonus to the navigator.
That'd be good because I get extra speed for
Yeah,
at
it's
6, so
really
I get
up
even
to
more
you
at
guys.
7 and 8. But
Is
that's
there-
less reliable.
I'm already getting my upgrade, which is the cannons.
I like
It's like an
the
engine.
defensive route.
Well, we're getting the hull.
But we're getting the hull.
Because it's
Yeah.
a stupid idea not to.
Yeah.
Give you so much.
Aye.
I
We're
guess
just
we don't
saying
really,
letters now.
I guess we don't really use the main cannon much.
Oh, but I haven't said about some of the quality of life upgrades that I can make to the Discallion.
Oh.
I've been really looking over the blueprints. I was the original designer of Discallion. I've made it
You
so
said
now.
that like 3 times now.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I really hope you.
It's really too bad we didn't get the award for that.
The Discallion is not even where it's going to be. You'll see. It'll become the greatest ship of
Too bad you
legend.
didn't call it the scout jet.
The Navigator,
The jet scaling.
the Jeb Scallion. The Navigator can now directly control the firing of the main cannon. All cannons will get a scope attached to them for +2, based on If you have any kind of blueprint for a scope, I mean, it would help.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. And the engineer now gains control of the lower ballista from his engine room and can use his ammunition that he creates in that.
Are those free or is that
I like
going to
that.
cost?
Oh, that's all for free. That comes
Oh,
with your
okay,
purchase.
okay. This is why you read the fine print.
Well.
So, I mean, you were just saying that the large cannon becomes useless, but that becomes something that you can control.
You're a good
Oh, yeah,
businessman,
that's
Jeff.
why we upgrade it so we can use it more.
Aye.
See?
You saying you're useless? I'm just wondering.
No, we're saying the main cannon is useless as it is right now, so we need to upgrade.
So by him aiming it, what does that mean? Like he can tilt it, or like moving the whole ship?
When he moves the ship,
Oh,
and it can tilt slightly from left to right
Just
from the
I'll
front.
be in the engine room anyway.
Oh, hold on. I think you misunderstand me. The front cannon control, that's coming in free of charge as long as you purchase 3 of any upgrades.
Excellent.
So it's the last
we're
one,
gonna get the
boys.
2 anyway. We can just get the main cannon one too.
So
Yeah.
you want to increase your engine, your speed,
No.
or your large cannon?
Large cannon.
Large cannon.
Oh. So you get 3d10s whenever you go for that.
Right?
Higher chance. Good, good. Well, I'll get
The
those
damage
worked
is
on.
crap, but the
Can you
ability
make-
to shoot it is good.
can you make our ship look badass?
Oh, absolutely I can. My name's not Old Man Jet.
And we don't mean a flag that says Java.
Yeah.
No, of course not. I mean, what I did notice is the Iron Eye Pirates didn't even have a flag or anything that would represent... Oh, they did.
We
We
did
did.
have a
You
full-
do have one? Oh,
Yeah.
Iron Eyes finally got on that. Wonderful. So how else would you want to make your ship look more menacing?
I want my name written on it.
No, that's stupid.
Lovak?
Aye.
Maybe change your name, and then we'll put your name on it.
Change the color, put some like.
I heard the
racing stripes.
Scallion is really
You
nice.
should paint unicorns on the side.
Oh yeah, put scallions on the scallion.
Oh, could you make it black?
It's
Blacker
already
than
black.
the
I like
night.
that idea.
I mean, do you want matte black or shiny black?
Matte
Black, so
blacker
it's
than the night.
So it's radar.
Well, the ship is brown. I mean, black.
Brown is a nice
no.
color, but
No, it's not.
Yeah, you know, I think you guys are long-time customers.
It's the first time we've met you.
Richard-
No, I mean, you haven't met me yet, but you were probably too low in the ranks to even talk to me.
How dare
Yes.
you?
Iron Eyes has been my friend for nearly 2 decades.
Also,
Too
you
dead.
made
Too
the
bad he's
ship.
dead.
So-
I did make the ship, and I think black would be a wonderful color.
There you go.
I want to go for that.
Wait, is there a choice of like contrasting colors, like black and red?
Oh, absolutely.
but then we want to be stealthy.
Like stripes.
Also, can we
Stripes.
put like high-speed internet in?
What is that?
We need Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
It was in my past life. I'm sorry.
So I figured something out for your hawk.
Yes.
It's wonderfully good that you can perceive from it, but I'm gonna,
No, don't
but I'm,
talk me to.
but I'm gonna give it a kind of like a per day like usage kind of thing. So like twice per day, you can use your hawk to perceive for you, and then it refreshes after a rest. That way you're just not using it infinitely because it could be like pretty OP. And the mental connection between your spirit friends and you can only be used twice a day to
I mean,
see
it's
their
family.
vision.
I've never used that before until now.
Exactly, but I realize the connotations of you guys having infinite stealth and vision is kind of cheap.
It's not stealthy when there's a big flying.
No, but you can
robot.
see. You can literally fly up and see everything.
I just realized I don't have a thing. Can I be like bad at dancing once a day?
No, you're thinking the
No,
animal.
that's for life.
No, but this is actually his animal, but he's using his animal to see through its eyes, which is something that doesn't happen in D&D.
Right.
So I'm like giving it to him, but
It's a
only.
robot. It's not an animal.
I know that.
Yeah.
You've skinned it, but I'm just
I
giving
didn't
you a.
skin it.
I'm nerfing it. I do that.
That's
Oh yeah, he does.
2 per day, 2 per day.
Spencer has a habit of gutting my powers.
That's because I give you cool homebrew stuff, and then we got to work on it. Anyways,
cool hombres.
So does
Yeah.
this count?
No.
Last time I used
You
it,
get it
okay,
from
because
now
I didn't know it.
I didn't want to do that. I'm not that guy. All that aside, you boys have yourself quite the pot of wealth. I'll get to work on this and have all the upgrades completed in 2 dawns. Leave it to Old Man Jeb. Oh, give Eyes this. It's where he can put the money.
I take it. What is it?
It's just like an address.
Oh,
I asked Jeb, do you only work on ships?
Ships
Or-
are my main focus.
Do you also work on Gear Forges?
I do not know what that is, but I assume that is you talking, robot man.
I am the robot.
Is there
man.
something that you need done?
I don't know. I thought you just had some experiments, weapons lying around.
I mean, if you have anything, I could probably see if I could piece it together. I mean, you look pretty contained. Did you bring the flamethrower with you?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful!
It's on my shoulder, actually.
Wow, look at this!
I was
And
just about to
he
say.
takes a look at it and he goes, I could easily attach this to you in about half an hour.
All right.
that's it. Wow,
If, I mean,
that's impressive.
you want to learn? I could teach you.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't want to learn.
Well, you can just sit there and fill your thumb. Here's
Wow,
some
what a
alcohol.
Oh, Jeb. Do you have any dessert?
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's some in the corner store. Around the corner, along the 5-cent candies. You can go there and eat it here if you want.
I start drinking the alcohol.
So he sits down and he begins working on you.
Wait,
but
I thought he was teaching him how to.
He is, but all the while you're working on
I'm
him
watching.
too. And
thought
he's
he-
explaining, okay, we'll see this part. Like, he's learning, Jeb, how your body works, as
Yes.
well as teaching John.
Okay.
Well, we're taking him apart, I guess.
You need to take the shoulder off, make an augment thing. Like, he's got some pieces lying around.
Yeah.
So
Well, because like I've worked on him before and
Yeah.
like showing him stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it won't backfire this time. You burned me in the
No,
face.
Jeb's really
was
good.
me,
He
that
does
was
this for a
not-
It's
living.
not Nort.
So Jeb is able to make a kind of like rotating flamethrower kind of mount with pieces that he had lying around. Drills it. Which shoulder do you want him on?
Right.
Right shoulder.
And I also want it detachable, so I could, if like ever have like another non-flamethrower shoulder piece.
Oh, interesting. So you want to mount.
Yes.
Okay, well that's going to take a little bit of time. I'll give you something that'll hold for the flamethrower, but by the 2 days the ship's done, I'll have a swappable shoulder mount for you that
Alright.
you can put other mounted artillery on there.
Sweet.
But for now, this one, I've kind of wired it into your circuit, so it should be connected to your brain or whatever. You can rotate it at will and also tuck it on your back so that it's not hitting into things.
Okay.
So, good for you.
I'll program the PLC.
Wonderful. Don't know. I do know what that means because I'm old man Jed. I'm better than Jed. Make sure you guys spread my name. Customers have been kind of lacking lately ever since Zeph Rozo has been gutting the pirate industry.
Yeah. Do
I
you know,
shatter my alcohol glass. What did you just say?
What did you just do? I only have like 4 of those.
You said Rozo.
I'm in by myself.
Rozo.
Go to the corner store. Buy me another glass.
What about Rozo?
Well, Zeph Rozo, he's been
Did you build the ship
for the
too?
last 5 years, he's been going around gutting all other pirate competition, so there really is only a select few pirate groups left remaining in the world.
Is he here?
No, he disappeared into hiding just this last year. Nobody knows where he is.
Okay.
He sends his goons out like wicked appendages to cause destruction left, right, and center.
Do you have any leads? Let's see.
About Thorm and Zeal.
I mean, the only thing that I know is that people have been coming here and getting ransacked by ships with black sails. That's with a ZR on it, like Zephyr's logo.
Oh, we
But I
should
don't know where it's
impersonate a
based.
ship.
I have heard. Pardon?
We should impersonate a ship. Like get a flag that says ZR.
We know where it's based.
Do we?
Yeah, because the boss from last session told us.
The map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I took a picture of.
Yeah.
I
Let's
still
show him.
I have the map and he told us about it.
I don't want to show him,
Let's show him.
because we don't know
Yeah,
if we
no.
can trust him.
Excuse
You
me.
know,
Hey.
Jed.
What can't you trust me with? What are you talking
Hey,
about?
this is out of
Hey,
this is in
out of
character.
character.
That was out of character.
Any table talk can be heard by the NPCs.
It's
You should have said that.
Yeah.
I said that in the agreement when I sent you my thing that you guys have to follow as characters as my DM, you know?
I'm sorry, Jeb. It's real problems.
Sorry?
Jed.
My name's Jeb, with a B.
Sorry, Jeb. It's
I designed the Descallion.
Thank you for
You know what?
designing our ship.
I'm done. Great upgrade. That was wonderful. You guys keep insulting me, so I don't know what's going on. The
I
only
did not insult you.
The only thing that
Oh,
you
wow.
broke my glass.
I here. I give him 3 gold.
Thank. Very generous. Thank
That's
you.
a lot for a glass.
Wow. You're
Also, Jeb,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need materials.
Oh, you know, actually, I do a lot of work with the bazaar, so I give all of my scraps and everything to the bazaar. Everything I have here, I need to work on my own projects.
Oh.
But go to the bazaar and they should have something for you.
Okay.
Now, you were asking about any leads on Zeph Rozo. Well, I try not to dabble too much in the piratey side of things. I just make your weapons stronger and your hulls thicker. But what I've heard is that there's some unrest going on in Zeal. I'm not sure, but there's been rumors that one of the generals is there. Aside from that, I don't really know what's going on, why he's made himself known. He must be staying there for a long time. If he's been known to be there.
What did the captain of the ship tell us last session? He said like they had a base off a small island off Rikos or something like that.
Yeah, so the map that you have
Yeah.
shows that on a small island by Zeal, there's
By
like a
Zeal.
picture of a gemstone pointing to it with some language that you don't really understand.
Yeah.
And then the guy before he died said that Nassian, one of the great generals, is in Zeal right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of two things going on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're in Rikos right now.
Right now you're in between Rikos and Zeal in like a lone island that's just kind of floating there.
Oh, it's like a gas station.
It's like it's like a Shades. It's like a port, but it's like Shades port.
Okay.
Well, if that's all, I'm gonna start working on the designs to draft up your ship. So if you guys are all done talking about whatever you were talking about, remember, make sure you take a good look around Shadesport. There's lots of things that are hidden and secret about this town.
Are there brothels?
Yes, there's brothels.
Okay.
You can.
I mean...
I just wanted to know.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
curious.
You mean,
your
you know
wife
that
and
brothels
kids are
are
gonna
things
be
you usually
watching.
try to hide from your wife.
It's true.
If you have a wife.
Or a kid.
Or a kid.
If you have a kid.
Why are you sweating?
Why do you sound like Batman?
What happened to Lovac?
My shirt's being tugged like very violently.
Oi! Before you leave, have you seen the wanted board?
Oh.
It's
Side
really
quests.
petty, but it's where all the gathered wanted posters are that are been delivered here by any kind of means from out of town are gathered and ordered due to notoriety. Though there is no fighting in Shadesport, everyone battles for pride and spoils via the wanted board. Not to mention certain perks and areas of Shadesport are only unlocked after a certain rank and the board has been released. Oh, and one last thing. Before you leave, be aware of the river. Things of great power and evil have found their way in there. There's even a huge bounty for anyone who can bring its corpse to the roaring bonfire.
The corpse of the river?
No, the corpse of the thing, the evil that's in the river. What I mean, you boys took on a Rozo, hey?
So we can take on a river.
That's so amusing. But
So we can fight the god
But
of
it'd
the
be
river.
interesting to see how far you have risen on the board. You may rise even further if you take down this thing that's in the river.
Aquaman.
I mean, there is a hefty price on it.
This is just like the video game hub world.
Huh?
But I mean, in order to entice you, I'm just saying, that reward would be enough to buy all the remaining upgrades I offered. But be warned, be warned. This beast, this creature, seems to be very strong. Most men who have tried have been killed and drowned immediately.
We are no men.
Well, I'm not.
Well, for
We're
now,
elves.
I'd recommend heading down to the main canal and following your way to the wanted board, getting to know that, and reporting back to Iron Eyes, who's probably waiting at the ship. Be a good idea to tell him what's going on so you can deliver me my money so I can start working on your upgrades.
Thank you, Jeb the NPC. And then I take my leave.
You're welcome, Lovac the Barbarian.
I also take my leave.
Cool.
Oh yeah, thanks for the shoulder.
Hey, make sure that you use it wisely. Do you remember the stats on it?